Yeah, I just had to cue it up because I never saw it. Like who are these guys? Like I don't know any of these people. Like what happened here? And this guy, what is this? What is this? Again, keep in mind I've never seen this. I just knew a live action wouldn't work well in any capacity. So this is what this looked like, huh? Dragon Ball Evolution movie. Do I really even want to look at this? Actors Insight. Did they have any? Yo, dude, this looks like somebody was like, yo, we're gonna do a fan film. You know? Like you got all of his friends from like college and they're like, dude, we're gonna make a Dragon Ball movie, dude. Because I love it. I grew up with it. We're gonna make a fan film, bro. You know, and they knew somebody who knew how to do like Photoshop and some remedial special effects, and yeah, here we go. I feel like it's all sorts of wrong. I know nobody wants to hear this, but there are particular things that shouldn't be westernized, you know? Like Dragon Ball Z, it's not a westernized kind of thing. Sailor Moon, not a westernized kind of thing. You should just leave it.
They put Goku in school, which that man has never even seen one in the anime.
I don't know, man. Maybe it would work if you had proper... Okay, did Japan ever come out with a live-action Dragon Ball Z? Because I feel like their budget and maybe their special effects wouldn't be as... wait, have you seen the live-action Sailor Moon pilot episode? Is that the one where they're just kind of jumping around in like a mall or something like that? I did see some live-action thing. I was like, what the hell's happening here? And it looked just totally ridiculous to me. The Dead or Alive movie from 2007 was, I believe, worse than the Dragon Ball. I actually heard people like that. The Dead or Alive movie. I don't know because I haven't seen it, so I have no judge of character. But then there was Street Fighter. People have this weird little beloved place in their heart for that Street Fighter movie. Because Raul Julia was in it. You had, Jackie Chan was in it. Van Damme was in it. And people are like, yay, Street Fighter. Or are we just nostalgic for weird movies like the Mario Brothers film that was just so bizarre that we're just like, yeah, this works because it's so campy and weird. You know? You saw the Saban live action Sailor Moon presentation? I'm sorry, I guess that's what it was.
This is the only attempt to harm the Toriyama franchise.
Yeah. Okay, so like, I feel like Japan would be able to do it because I've seen a couple of. God, there was one that was actually pretty decent. A live action of an anime. I'm never gonna remember the name of it. The developers of Dragon Ball Evolution actually denied any and all advice from Akira. Oh, that's what you want to do. That's always a good thing. You always want to deny the advice of the person that created the franchise that's so beloved that everybody wants to go see it. You know, Witcher. That's. What is wrong with people doing that? Remember Cool World? Yes, I do. Cool World was all right. Oh, God, this picture right here could tell you just the whole story right here. This thing, you're just like, this isn't going to work as a film. Look at this guy. He's like, hey, I'll go play Dragon Ball guy. Hey. Yeah, I have a morbid curiosity about it now, but I just don't feel like... That nobody seemed to have a problem with the One Piece. Everybody liked One Piece. You know, Cowboy Bebop was kind of fitty. But it wasn't this. Like, people were just like, oh yeah, nobody really liked the live action of the Death Note either, huh? I gotta definitely catch up on my anime because I'm like, I realize because we do work so hard, we are so far behind. Like, if I'm going back and I'm looking at, like, Sailor Moon just to refresh my memory, like, dude, we are that far behind. You know, there's a couple of things that we've seen here, like, you know, Watamoti, Kimi ni Todoki, stuff like that. Some of the Castlevania stuff. We didn't even get to finish watching all that. Yeah, and as far as live action goes, this is a Sailor Moon one. At least they got wigs, right? So that helps. Yeah, this does not seem... I don't know. What about the Sekidan Doku thing? The Yo-Yo Cop Girl. That was pretty good, right? That was a whole series that went on for like 3 seasons. It was insane.
The cats are dolls? They couldn't even have real cats?
Wait, they were? Oh God, that's right. I just noticed that in the picture. Good eye. Look, they're tiny little dolls. They literally went to the Sailor Moon store and just bought the little cats. They're like, there you go. That's the cat. Bro, I didn't even notice that. Oh, God. Dude, that's pretty funny. I'm more intrigued about this now. So now I'm like I'm curious. Do they all have like plush animals that they're walking around with? I kind of feel like I have to scroll through this because keep in mind this is Sailor Moon, and you know how the internet is with female anime characters. So I do have the blur bad images on, but I'm still trying to be a little careful here because I don't remember which one I saw. Which one did I say? I think this was it. Yeah, there you go. The one with the mall. So whatever one this was, I saw bits and pieces of that. I got like 10 minutes through it and I just had to stop. And it's literally a plush cat. Like, that's why they couldn't get real cats. I know they have cats in Japan. I've seen them. Now I kind of want to watch that again because of the cats that aren't. Oh God, this can't be right. Hold on. Okay, so this was from 2014, so it didn't come to fruition, and thank your lucky stars because 2014, Megan Fox to play Sailor Moon in a live action movie? Question mark. Or it's 2014. Updated 2015, so not happening. Oh God, could you imagine? That would have been. Oh, see, this is why you don't listen to the internet most of the time because that would have been just. I gotta look. I gotta look now. Hold on. This was literally. I got chat. I'm sorry. We have to go through this. Look at this. Look at this. The live action. They're seriously just talking to a stuffed animal there. How do you even? These actors must have been either terrible or brilliant for just keeping a straight face talking to a plush toy. We've all done it when we were like 3, but you don't talk to your plushies now? No, apparently this one makes live action shows out of his little toys now. You sure you don't want to go see a psychiatrist? Did they give him different expressions too? Look at that. They just stapled them on there. Look at that. Oh, he's angry now. Oh God, I got to keep looking. This is great. Look at that. This one over here. Look, right there. I got to watch this now because I feel like it's so long ago. I feel like when did this come out? I know when this came out, but I feel like I have to watch it like it's a bad B movie. I'll just come up with my own riff track commentary. Where's the cat? I want to see the live action cat now. Come on, show me the plush.
If these anime movies could actually have real movie budgets, I bet a Sailor Moon or Akira movie could work, but no one wants to actually take the risk.
They're trying to get a big budget Akira movie going. I think it was like Del Toro wanted to kind of helm that. I'm like, I don't know if that would work, but I mean, you got competent people interested in it. Or was it Rodriguez? I think it was Rodriguez, the guy, Battle Angel Alita. That wasn't bad, right? As far as live action stuff goes? Yeah. Meds. Yeah, this looks so like we did this at Comic-Con in a hallway kind of thing. You know? Like, no, we'll shoot the scene because we found the guy who dressed as a tuxedo guy. Okay, I'm doing research after this. That's it. That's gonna be the rest of my night is looking up that weird little live action thing where they're talking to plush animals because they didn't have a budget for a cat. I'm a huge Battle Angel Alita fan, and I couldn't stomach the live action movie. You really? Because I wasn't really big into the franchise to begin with. I had a couple of comic books from like years and years and years ago. So I don't know how that translated into live action. Same thing with Ghost in the Shell. Like a lot of people got bent out of shape with the Scarlett Johansson version of it because, you know, they grew up with the series, the movies, and all that other stuff. So, yeah.
Alita Battle Angel was great except what it did with the source material. but all of it had the blessings of the creator. He said that the changes were good for live action.
I don't know, at that point, if like the creator's on board with it and is okay with it, you know, unlike the Cowboy Bebop creator who basically walked out during the intro because it was so awful. That's never a good sign. And you know what? I respect that because you know how movie industries are where nobody says anything bad about the movie they're in until it's gone through their cycle, they've made their money, and it's like 5 years later, and they're like, you know, Mark Hamill is like, nobody listened to me as to what I wanted to do with Luke Skywalker, and I didn't understand what that was happening, and it was terrible. You know, I'm just throwing that out there allegedly. But they wouldn't say that beforehand, right? They wouldn't criticize it beforehand. But, you know, dude, at least that bro was just like, I'm out. This is awful, and just left. You know, I give an immense amount of respect for that. I feel like with anime in particular, the fan base is so particular about it. They're going to want to make it as authentic as possible. But we're not there yet as far as anime goes being mainstream. And not for nothing, you don't want it to get there. You don't want anime to get more mainstream because you see what's happening to it. You know, making little concessions here, little things like that, tweaking things here. Well, maybe let's modify this. Let's change this a little. Let's make well, let's throw this person in there because we got to appeal to this group. Make sure that person's this, so we do that. You know, and they got to hit all those points. You know, so that weird isolationist kind of thing makes its own culture, makes its own thing, and to everybody on the outside, you're looking at them like, this is a completely different world. And in a sense, it was. But that's what made it unique, you know, and they had their issues here and there that things kind of got filtered out and, you know, things got to a particular state of normality. But still, even if you go to Japan now, it's still kind of a very different world, you know? So, yeah, it's bizarre. But then when you take the different world and you just homogenize it to be normal to every other culture, it does lose a quality. So you're stripping out a lot of its weird uniqueness and stuff because you don't want to have to explain to a Western audience certain aspects. But anyway, there are certain qualities within that culture that Western people can't be spoon-fed. So they just strip it all out and make it as palatable to a normal audience. And that comes down to making money. That's all it is. You know, you can't appeal to a general audience if you have to be so niche and, you know, I guess informative. Nobody wants to sit there and get a history lesson about Japan and their little nuanced things. Well, they call this over here, and you can't do this over here because that's taboo. And if you do this over here, that's bad luck. Nobody wants that. The closest people got to that was when they watched Wolverine, the movie, and Logan put the chopsticks in the rice standing up. And then a woman took him out. Because it's not a good thing to do. It's considered rude to leave your chopsticks in your bowl in general. Yeah. You know, dude, even just shaving off the, you know, like people here in America, when you get chopsticks, you kind of just rub them together in case there's any splinters. Yeah, you don't do that over there. They get a little bent out of shape. They won't say it, though, because they're very polite. But, you know, it's just like little things, a very nuanced little mannerisms and things just you don't do there. And you have to have a lot of knowledge when you go over there, figure out what's right or wrong. And that's with any culture, not just Japanese culture. American audiences don't want to put up with that. Unfortunately, we're just like, I just want to see something fun. That's just the way we are, you know? Unfortunately, a lot of audience people, they want the quick story, the meme, the explosion. They don't want to be lectured to. They don't want, you know, essentially, they don't want any cultural knowledge they have to absorb to understand why things are happening. You know, they just want to say, oh, this is cool. You know, that's it. You know, and that's, I feel like it basically ruins, I guess, the intellect of a general audience because they never learn, you know. And for me, you know, the people that I talk to that are into anime and into weird things like that, who take the time to learn about A, B, or C and why certain things happen. Like, even if you read a manga, there's, you know how many footnotes are in there about certain things that happen in there? I was going through the Watamoti thing. They have like, okay, well, this means this is this. They have particular foods there. They have particular things. They tell you, oh, well, this is this over there, blah, 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 blah. They have literally an index of different things that are just culturally different that you need to understand, so you may either be able to get a joke or be able to get a story, get a reason why certain characters are doing certain things. And if you're not open to that, you're basically closing yourself off to a lot of the nuanced information and subtle things that happen within an anime. And we're talking general Western audience. They don't want that. They don't want to learn. They're like, I went to school. I already learned. I learned about Japan, World War II. Come on, guys. You know, so again, you don't want anime to get too mainstream here, because it's basically going to just be cartoons for idiots then. Okay. Enjoy the cultural differences, appreciate them, acknowledge when they're bad, and just acknowledge that certain countries have different perspectives that may be odd to us, but it's a nuanced perspective and a unique perspective that's, you could be like, wow, they see the world that way, you know, that kind of thing. You know, and then you learn about it and stuff like that. But I say I give the Japanese people a lot of credit for dealing with American tourists, though. Yeah, I know I'm doing psychobabble here. People have become culturally soft, especially in the last decade or two. Yeah, well, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are like, you have to be accepting of every culture all the time, 100% of the time, you know. But then you realize that every culture does have their biases and their this, that things, and you generally don't want to be accepting of everything because some of it's not good, you know. Be it Japan, be it America, be it, you know, Germany, France, England. There's every place has got something bad to it that could probably get pushed out of their collective zeitgeist to make them a little bit better, you know. So, but that would again require thinking about what you're doing, overcoming those issues, and getting better, you know. But nobody wants to do that because that takes effort. It's why a lot of people don't go to the gym anymore. Yeah. Hey, I'm one of those people. I would love to be in really good physical shape, but, you know, I got to go to the gym, you know? And think about that. Apply that to people's mentalities. It's the same thing. What do you mean? I got to learn stuff? Oh, I got to open up a book. I'm like, this book has got a lot of pictures. You just got to read a couple of little blurbs at the end that tells you what the reasons are for certain things that happen. I want to do that. Give me the American version of it. All right, here, explosions and some girl without her top on. Oh, cool. Again with the Sailor Moon. This is like 2, 3, 4. This is like the 7th instance of Sailor Moon. For those who didn't keep up and don't know what's been going on, because we've been trapped on a wire here. We've been looking up old anime stuff. One, Sailor Moon, came across it at a local library. They actually had a Blu-ray collection. Got it. Menko cards, Sailor Moon Menko cards. We got a hold of online, right? T-shirt. We found a Sailor Moon T-shirt from the 90s. No joke, from the 90s, in very good condition at a thrift store for like $5. We bought it, right? The live action thing just today, because we went down this weird rabbit hole, and then this on Nostalgia Reddit, right? This is 90s cartoons. Like, what is this? This is like 5 instances of Sailor Moon. What is the universe trying to tell me? Do I need to watch more Sailor Moon? Is this it? That's a lot of instances. Like, because, okay, here's the thing. Prior to the last week or so, Sailor Moon hasn't been on my radar for like years. Like, I see little blips here and there. I know there's a stage play that came out or something like that. But, I mean, dude, this is like 5 times in a week. Come on. That's almost like once a day. Somebody saying, like, Sailor Moon. It's a sign from the moon goddess. I really think it's a sign for me to find this weird live action thing with the talking cat here. I have to see this now. This seems so weird. This has got to be it. This has got to be it. This is the key. This is the key to the universe. Is this from the live action too? I almost don't want to spoil it for myself. Did they make the plush cat glow with special effects? Is this a scene from the live action where they're like, dude, the cat is magical. Look, it's glowing. Look at a glowing plush toy. God, who did this? Oh, jeez. I need this in my life now because now I feel like I can approach it not seriously and enjoy it. The problem is if you're like a super fan of something and you want it to be really good, you can't watch this and be like, yay. It's, having that nice background of crappy horror movies in our visual watch list. We can deal with bad special effects. We can deal with the ghoulies and hand puppets eating people and being like, yeah, this is good. We can do that, because we grew up on crappy horror movies, so I feel like this is anime's live action crappy horror movie that I can get behind, so quirky, it's cute, dude. Like, critters, come on, the Krites, come on. This is anime's critters. Look at him. He got all. Look. He's all tangled up. Oh no. I need to see this now. I need to see this right now. Tales from the Crypt, right? Yeah, Crypt Keeper, dude. That was all sorts of weird animatronic stuff. Look at him. The cat's just hanging out there. Live action adaptations of Sailor Moon. Oh, that's a GIF too. Do I click on the GIF?
I think you would like the Yu Yu Hakusho live action since you don't know the original.
Probably would. I feel like that's the best way to approach live action anime is not know the anime, And just be like, yeah, this is fine. Look, and she tries to be so convincing too. I give her all the credit. And why does it look like I'm just leaning over all the time? Like, look, she's like so happy. She's like, yeah, me and my cat. This poor thing. Look what they did to you in a live action. I'm sorry. And I feel like some of the props they got are actual toys that they're selling in like toy stores and stuff. Like, here's this thing. It's an actual toy. And they ordered their costumes off of Amazon because somebody made cosplay. Is that what happened? It must be seen. Product placement, right? Dude, use all the merch that we already have out there, and that's what we'll use to, clothe and accessorize all our live action characters. Why is Sailor Jupiter super tanned? I don't know. That's like, I part of me really wants to go out of my way to find the most bizarre. Let me see if I just. Why am I down this rabbit hole? This is just insane. This is insane to me. All right, chat. I feel like this is real. Is this a scene, or did somebody look? Well, someone just used up our entire CGI budget. Is that a thing? Did they just have people with like green screen gloves just moving them down the thing? Oh my god. This is the best. This is the best ever. This is going to be my favorite live action adaptation of an anime. What? How is this possible? How did this get by? This is why I kind of like stuff like this, right? Sailor Moon, world-renowned franchise. Almost everybody kind of knows it. Even if periphery anime persons, they probably know Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon, right? Somebody made this, and it was put out, like, officially. This was a thing, right? And it's when you see stuff like this, you're like, I can do something. I can make a thing. This is kind of why I like punk music. It's super simple. Anyone could do it. But you know what? It gives you an example of what you can do regardless of your limitations, That's honestly why I like punk music. I'm not a very good guitarist, but you know what? It's like, hey, I can play 3 chords. Everyone is a terrible human. That kind of thing. I love it. That's also why I like bad horror movies and stuff, because it's like, it can be done, you know? You don't have to be great, you just have have the passion to do it. A brief history of live-action adaptations of Sailor Moon. Seems super happy about it. Like, yay! In 2003, a new Sailor Moon episode was aired.
That's why the Super Mario movie and the Street Fighter movie are still enjoyable despite how bad they are.
See, there you go. That's the thing. And they had budgets. This apparently had no budget. It had store-bought costumes and plush. Successful. What is this? What is this part? What is happening here? What is this? So why try again? Look at this. The final failure. In some ways, the 2000 J.i.M series was as much a failure as its American counterpart. Wait, what American? What? Sometime in the early 90s, the exact date is debated, but it was at least after 93. American company Toon Makers attempted to make a TV show that was a weird blend of animated and live-action magical girl. This was intended to be America's take on Sailor Moon. Long before the atrocity appropriately and infamously censored dubs were released, the series proposed many changes, including adding disabilities and a greater range of skin tones and races to the cast. Unfortunately, it never made it to the screens anywhere, and all that remains are random snippets, bad screenshots, and a handful of scenes. It has, however, remained in pop culture with many artificial... really? So there's this weird, long-lost, kind of bizarre thing, huh? Late 90s, another attempt was made. This time it was entirely live action, filled with 90s-style glamour shots, and made it as far as a pilot promotional episode. It was titled Teen Angel, and much like its predecessor, it went absolutely nowhere. Teen Angel was seen as a laughingstock, a ridiculous Americanization that never needed to happen. Unlike the earlier version, it wasn't remembered fondly by the few who remember it at all. So this was the first one, I guess. Brief history of live action. I guess super brief, huh? Now I want to know about like what this weird one was that like nobody knows anything about. Yeah, stuff. Let's all agree to never make this again. They're like, yep, we're not going to talk about this again, right? Yep. Don't worry, no one will ever see this, right? Right? You're never going to watch this, right? Right. Okay, we're not going to tell anyone we did this, right? Right. All right, let's go with our fanfic. Foamy and Sailor Moon. All right, so there we go. Foamy Sailor Moon fanfic, right? Right. You like squirrels? Yes, I do too. Right? Right. Let's go. All right. I wouldn't do that because I just feel like anime fans would be so pissed off at me. They'd be like, dude, you ruined Sailor Moon by having all that swearing and the squirrel beat the crap out of the cat. How could you do that? I'm like, well, the cat looked at him the wrong way. And then you can make him a Sailor Scout. You give him a little outfit and stuff, and he's just so pissed off about it, but he has these magical powers. That would be great, I would find that hilarious, but I just feel like, dude, you're bastardizing the genre. And I actually have enough respect for people who like certain IPs that I wouldn't make so much fun of it to do something like that. But though sometimes a good parody is a good parody, Kind of depends,